Hey guys, how's it going? This is Dylan again and welcome back to my channel. So today I want to talk about a topic, and that topic is the art of doing. Why do I need to go into actually doing something before I read a book or I think too much about it or I'm dreaming about it? The most important thing that I've done in my career is actually jumping in and getting work done. I know a lot of people in the past that had dreams about making a tool, about making a game, about a business idea, and all they do is actually think too much about it. And there's nothing wrong with planning, and there's nothing wrong with thinking about an idea before you actually get it done. But one of the things that I've been learning over the past few years is that it's very important to actually do. Jump in and not being afraid and not thinking about all the things that could go wrong can be one of your best assets. So I have a really good example. I wanted to learn how to code in Swift. I make a lot of games, but at the same time, I'm pretty excited about technology. I love technology. I love when new programming languages come out. And it's always great to be, in the known of what is coming out in the industry. So I pushed myself to create an app. I wanted to make an app that could actually be a RESTful client that I could use on a daily basis when I was doing, interacting with APIs. So what did I do? I didn't know Swift. I wasn't comfortable with Swift. And instead of actually thinking about and then going and read a book and not use it, what I did is I came up with an idea. I came up with the idea of making an app. And I told myself, Dilmer, you're gonna be pushing this app to the macOS App Store, and I have about a month to do it. So I started writing down all the ideas that I was gonna include in the app. I actually laid it out. I decided to have, these many features. I was gonna have a guess, a get, a post, a put, a head, and then different parameters that I can pass in through the URL, and also receive and send JSON information. So I knew what the concept was gonna be. I had a plan. So every day I would stay up late and then work on the app. I didn't know how to actually make a RESTful call within the app in Swift, so I learned how to do that. I learned the syntax, I learned how to create variables, I learned how to create classes. And slowly I was getting more comfortable, and I was tweeting about it as well. I was telling the community, wow, this is actually great, it's working. And it looked really bad when I started, and then with time, I started to make sense, it started to look much better, and I finished the app. I launched the app in the App Store. People are using it. I got it into Product Hunt, and then people in Product Hunt started reviewing it. And I think what's most amazing about that process is that I actually didn't know how to program in Swift. And here I was, in Product Hunt, portraying that I was a professional Swift developer, where I wasn't. I didn't even know the language. I knew how to code. I knew, how to make something look beautiful or pretty, but I didn't know the fundamentals of the code. And one of the things, and one of the most important things, and basically after going through that process, is that, we are very afraid of doing things a lot of times. I was very afraid at that point. And after a month and looking back at what I did, I was so grateful of going through that process. I learned something new. And basically what happened is I was more comfortable with doing more and more apps. So I created more apps, I did more apps. And everything that I do when it's related to game development is the same way. When I started making a game, I didn't know how to even create a sprite. I didn't know how to use Unity. I didn't know how to market a game. I didn't know so many things, and the result of that was learned through doing. I stayed up late. I read a lot of books. I look at YouTube tutorials. I started reading and studying and doing, waking up super early. So that's what I really want to teach you. That's what I really want you to get inspired with, is that no matter how much you don't know about something, you gotta be very positive all the time. You gotta be always thinking about, I'm gonna be able to go through. I'm gonna learn it, whatever it takes. I'm gonna go through that process. And it is gonna get difficult. There's gonna be times when you're gonna say, okay, I really don't feel like doing this. And what I recommend that you do when that happens is actually work on a small task. Even though you might not have the energy, just work on a small task. It can be, creating a small logo, adding, an image to one of the websites that you're working on, or if you're working on a game, just basically creating a new animation. Whatever it is, by doing is how you can motivate yourself to do what you don't feel like doing at that point in time. So I hope this was helpful, guys. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm always willing to help you. I'm really excited about this process, and I appreciate your time. And if you have any questions, again, let me know through the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the video. Thank you, guys.